Alright, shalom to the elders and the brothers. Alright, this is Makawana.
It's Karab Amath.
Alright, today's topic is the foolishness of you niggas, and we're going to key in on you 5%ers. Alright, you 5%ers with your 120 lessons. First and foremost, this is madness, man. First and foremost, the Most High is dealing with 360 degrees of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Not 120 fucking lessons, man.
Yeah,
okay? But we're going to start in Acts, the 17th chapter. We're going to start at verse 16, okay? Because you niggas remind me and some of the other brothers of niggas back in Mars Hills, man. All right? So we're going to start. I must read it, and Brother Karab's going to break it down. All right, this is Acts, the 17th chapter, verse 16. Now while Paul waited for them at Athens, his spirit was stirred in him when he saw the city wholly given to idolatry.
Right, and this ain't talking about the actual Athenians. It's talking about Israelite foreigners that was in Athens, and they was worshiping other gods. Which one of the main commandments is that thou shalt love the Most High alone, man. Y'all should serve and worship the Most High alone, not these other pagan deities. All right, and Paul seen that, he was pissed off. That's why his spirit was stirred up in him, man.
Okay, verse 17. Therefore disputed he in the synagogue with the Jews and with the devout persons, and in the market daily with them that met with him. Slack it.
Because he was trying to basically convince them that what the fuck they was doing was now according to the will of the Most High. All right, because Paul had love for his people. He was trying to convert them back into the righteous faith, not these pagan deities, these no gods that can't deliver them out of no troubles that they might come across in their daily life. All right, these fake idols. They didn't give you the breath of life. All right, they didn't give you the ability to speak. All right.
Okay, verse 18. Then certain philosophers of the Epicureans and of the Stoics encountered him, and said, and some said, what will this babbler say?
So basically, he was trying to say Paul was a bullshit. He was bullshitting. Mm-hmm. They was calling him a babbler. In other words, in today's term, what the hell is this guy saying, man? Basically, they was mad because he was bringing the truth, and they themselves knew what they was teaching. It was bullshit. All right, and I don't know if that's the same scripture, but there's one. They want to get rid of Paul because they was gonna lose they sales of their idols, because they know if Paul came with the truth, then people will stop buying them idols, man. They didn't believe it in themselves. It was about making money.
How about this? I'll read it after we finish with this one. I got it right here.
All right, come.
I got it right here. Okay, back in verse 18 of Acts the 17th chapter, it says, and some say, what will this babbler say? Others some, he seemeth to be a setter forth of strange gods, because he preached unto them Yahweh Shai and the resurrection.
That God was strange to them because it was into that pagan bullshit, but that's the true son of the Most High, right? His father's the true power of the earth, all right? So them dudes is basically saying Paul's coming with some new deity, which they ain't know that the Lord Yahweh Shai died on the cross for his people, and he actually walked the earth, and he was the actual son of the Most High.
That's right, man. Okay, verse 19. And they took him and brought him unto Areopagus, saying, may we know what this new doctrine whereof thou speakest is.
Right, these is basically philosophers, man. They thought he was on some bullshit. They wanted to hear his doctrine to see what it was all about. But he was preaching Yahweh Shai resurrected to give life to his people, man. Because if Yahweh Shai never died on the cross, we will never receive forgiveness for all the sins that we committed against the Most High.
And we will have to come back on this fucking earth every 3 to 4 generations.
And suffer hell, man.
Suffer hell being under a fucking faggot-ass white man. Faggot-ass East Indians. All these other heathens, and 2/3 of these fucking coon ass niggas.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, like the Lord went through. Hey, we going through the same sufferings as the Lord went through. This is Galatians 4 verse 1. Now I say that the heir, as long as he is a child, differeth not from a servant, though he be Lord of all, but is under tutors and governors until the time appointed of the Father. because when Yahushua came down here, he had to suffer what? Being under the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the chief priests. He couldn't just raise up and be like, yo, fuck this. I created you. I'm going to fuck your ass up.
He came humbly, yeah.
Yeah, he came like a lamb.
Yeah.
He suffered it.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Oh, see, verse 3. Even so we, when we were children, were in bondage under the elements of the world.
Yeah, we was going to fucking church, teaching us, like, the Christmas just passed, we was worshiping Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
All this bullshit that this fucking white man allows to go on in society, man. It's all, everything goes back to him. It's all his fault. People say, why you all blame the white man? Slavery was over 400 years ago. But the so-called Jews, to this day, they still get reparations for the Holocaust.
That wasn't shit.
And that wasn't shit. And America had nothing to do with that. So why is America giving them money?
That's right.
But America still want to give you so-called Negroes your 40 acres and 2 mules.
Yeah, I want more than that.
Yeah,
Fuck
that ain't shit anyway. But show you a so-called white man, he's not a man of his word, man.
That's right. Now we're back in Acts the 17th chapter. I'm going to start at verse 20. It says, "For thou bringest certain strange things to our ears." Okay, let me start at 19.
Okay.
"And they took him and brought him unto Areopagus, saying, May we know what this new doctrine whereof thou speakest is, for thou bringest certain strange things to our ears."
Right, because he was speaking the truth. That strange thing to his ears was the truth about Yahushua, the truth about the Most High, and the truth about them false idols that they was worshiping. Because they never heard nothing like that. Because they was raised as in Athens, all right, as Athenians. They was raised basically as Gentiles. And they was wondering, like, I never heard this before. As long as I've been alive, I never heard such a doctrine. But Paul was bringing the straight 100% truth.
Okay, it says, "We would know, therefore, what these things mean." And it's just like in these times when we came in, when we first heard this, like, yo, we never heard this before.
Yeah,
what do you mean the Bible's really for me?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point. Because when you first hear the truth, you like, what? You never heard this? Never. It's like damn, like what I've been for all my life.
Mm-hmm. And most of us grew up in that bullshit they call church.
Yeah.
Pentecostal, Baptist.
Yeah.
You never heard none of these scriptures.
Yeah. You never heard that you was an Israelite. Yeah, exactly. You never. Most of these scriptures, you like Genesis 25 and 21.
You never heard that.
I ain't hear about that scripture until I came across the elders. And that's no bullshit. Even when I used to go, my parents used to drag me to church. They don't go into scriptures like that.
Hell no.
Yeah. But when we came in, that was a new thing to our ears. But through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we accepted it.
That's right. Now, verse 21 says, did I finish verse 20? It says, let me read 20 again. "For thou bringest certain strange things to our ears, we would know therefore what these things mean. For all the Athenians and strangers which were there spent their time in nothing else but either to tell or to hear something new."
You see, like the scripture says, they was drunken but not with wine. They stagged but not with strong drink. All it was about is getting around and speaking about different philosophies, man. Which was all bullshit. Because what Paul brung was, like I said earlier through the spirit, was the truth. Whatever bullshit they had in their mind, what Paul was teaching them basically destroyed that, man. Like, it was cutting them.
That's right. Okay. Now it says, verse 22. "Then Paul stood in the midst of Mars Hill, and said, Ye men of Athens, I perceive that in all things ye are too superstitious."
Right, they was fucking superstitious. They believe like if a rock fell from the sky, that one of they bullshit idols bring the shit to pass. Even in today's time, I don't know if brothers remember, but if you like you saves a pole and one person on one side and the other person's on the left side, you gotta walk around the pole.
Right.
Or you know that's bad luck.
Yeah.
Or for a mirror break, that's 7 years. That's the type of superstitious shit they was into, man.
Okay. It says, I'm gonna start at verse 22 again. It says, "Then Paul stood in the midst of Mars Hills and said, Ye men of Athens, I perceive that in all things ye are too superstitious. For as I passed by and beheld your devotions,